Hi there. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine. A little more what's on my desk. It's sort of going to be like a part two of the fussy cutting that we did the other day. I'm not sure what order these videos are going to be coming in. I'm taping them in between working on the attractive home. But in addition to that, I'm saving them. I'm holding them back so that the person who will be receiving this keepsake junk journal can be surprised and look through her book first, and then these went. By the time you see these, she's going to have her book. So that's the only reason why you might be wondering why on earth this bizarre time lapse, and you also might be wondering why has Catherine not fixed that squeak in her chair. And no, I haven't. I'm going to try not to move my derriere during this. Anyhow, so the previous fussy cutting video, I'll link it down here if I can remember. Oh boy, it's turning 60 is not for sissies. Anyhow, so we fussy cut these off of the front page of a special booklet that was printed to honor King George and Queen Elizabeth's visit to North America. And I loved the front cover, and I especially loved these words right here, a beautiful pictorial record. And that's what I anticipate this book is going to become. So that was the most important thing to me. But of course, this is gorgeous. So I've been looking at it and looking at it since it was fussy cut. I had to fussy cut it because the book itself was wider than this book. So I needed to find a way to bring in these panels and still include this banner of words here. Let me move this up. And sort of get a look for it. Then I liked the top panels of this book, so I fussy cut them out as well. And this is going to be the end paper for the front cover. And I really like that one right there. Right there. I love it. So I want it to give a little bit of balance. Now I'm looking at, and I might put this one on the back end paper. I'm saving it. I'm just putting it there for now. I'm looking at these and it just feels, hold on, let me move that. It feels too bottom heavy to me. At first I thought I was going to use these up here, but they're too big. And I just keep coming back to this, and it just looks too bottom heavy. And I'm starting to wonder if I want, hold on, let me get a piece of paper. It helps me blank things out if I can cover them up. If I want to fussy cut and just use those maple leaves. Do you see what I mean there? And that's what I'm thinking I want to do. Oh my goodness, that chair. I'm trying to decide, and you've got to be so careful because there's no going back. Once you cut something apart, there's no going back. All right, I'm going to stand up and take a look again. No, I still do like those. I do. But now I'm wondering if I should fussy cut these maple leaves and just put leaves. Remove that. Fussy cut those maple leaves up there. So put on your imagination hats along with me. That looks like a lovely grand page. Maybe this is what I need to do. Now I still Boy, I loved having something there. Maybe I can save that and put that up there. I think we can. I think we can. Shall we do it? What do we always say in this situation? Go big or go home? Well, we're not going home. Catherine's in a feisty mood today. All right, let me make sure that you can see what I'm doing. There we go. All right, it's a lovely and sunny day here, so I've got some beautiful light coming in my window. Now, this is one of those situations where I am making excellent use of these beautiful, teeny, tiny little points on my scissors. I love them. And I'm going to get in and around all these little maple leaves and their stems. I must say, as the daughter of a printer, my father ran the printing department for Aetna Canada for years and years and years and years. And the printing department at the time, Aetna Canada did all their own printing of all their own forms, all their own, this was prior to email, so they needed interoffice memos, they needed the policy envelopes, the policies. Remember how beautiful insurance policies used to look? He had an art department devoted to making those things. So I was raised appreciating beautiful printing work. And I had to smile because nowadays these errors really don't happen. Computers have just perfected it to the point where you don't have the charm of human error. If you look at these where I've fussy cut, let me turn this, you can see that the tip of this leaf was touching the side of that post, and the tip of this leaf doesn't reach it, because that tells you that this artist drew this rather than draw, click, click, draw, click, click, draw, click, click, invert, move over here, click, click. Do you see what I mean? How you can appreciate in 1938, somebody drew this, and that just gives me a little thrill. All right, off my soapbox, back to my maple leaf stems. Where did I go? There we go. So that just gave me a little thrill. And my dad would be proud that I recognize, you know what, I'm going to take this down and I'm going to get those little ends later. The nice thing is, to quote my crafty crush, when you're doing something this tiny and detailed, distress ink covers a multitude of sins. So even if you don't get these little leaves perfectly, the distress ink will make it look perfect. All right, I'm going to still deal with that, but I want to get that cut out. So we have another grandbaby's birthday dinner to go to tonight. She's turning 1, and she just started walking last week, so she's rocking 1 like a boss. I'm going to give that edge a nicer finish. I'm going to take that little stem off and smooth that, and then ink it. There's still a little bit of red I can see here, and I want to take that off. Almost took my finger with that one. Yikes. There, yes. Yes, yes, yes. want to, there's just a little bit of a border here that I want a little bit heavier. There we go. Oh, I got an itchy nose. You know what that means. All right, so yes, let's do this one. Off you come, maple leaves. That's the Toronto girl in me that says maple leaves instead of maple leaves. Because Torontonians are diehard Leaf fans. Go Leafs, go. Yep, this stem is different, slightly different than that stem there. I love that. Someone drew this rather than click and paste, click and paste, click and paste. And no offense to the click and pasters, I've clicked and pasted. But if they are true artists, which they are, they will appreciate when someone has made something this beautiful freehand. Oh, you're not done yet. This paper, this section of the paper, I'm being extra careful. It's a little wrinkled. It looks like it's been a little bit damaged. All right, you go there. Excellent. All right. I like this one, came out a bit better. There we go. And I'm going to, seeing as these weren't joined, there we go. All right, I'm gonna stand up here. Yes, love that. And then this will go there. That will come down a little bit. Let's get that away from the page. Now, let's see if I can save these and put them somewhere else. I don't know. I wonder if I should just put it down and think about it for a while. Sometimes that's the best thing to do, is to put it down and think about it. Because now I don't have, mind you, that might be overkill, because there's a lot here. I'm going to put these aside. Now, I've got to decide how I am going to blend them together. All right, and then you are going to come down just a little bit lower, like that. Now, I want you to guess what's now driving me crazy. And you're probably all yelling at your screens right now about this very thing. That red stripe up there looks out of place. And it's fighting with those nice red words. And it's coming off. No, Catherine, don't do it. Yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. There, the commitment cuts are done. It's coming off. Trust me on this. Now I'm going to smooth in from here rather than trying to angle my scissors into that angle there. And that's an easier way to approach that. See? You're not going to let me. There we go. Just makes for a smoother line there. I guess I could have used my X-Acto knife, but we are fussy cutting, aren't we? There, much better. Happier. Happier. Okay, paintbrush. All right, so, so that's going to come down. That needs to come off. This roll needs to come off. I'm sure there's many now who are rolling their eyes going, Catherine, glue the darn thing on and get on with your day. But this, I just cannot tell you how much pleasure this gives me. Fitting this all together and pulling this off like a lovely little finesse. Better? Better! This one's coming off too. Sorry, I'm just dropping the paper down on the floor there. My hubby will clean that up this weekend. He's wonderful. He loves to come into my room and vacuum up all the little snippets of paper. Usually every Saturday. And I'm not being awful. He loves doing it. There's certain things people love doing. I love scrubbing my kitchen sink. I like my sink to smell fresh and gleam and shine. And that is my thing. A shiny, beautiful kitchen sink that if you needed to, you could lick it. That's better. Now I have to re-ink. Sorry, it's silent. I can't find my twig sponge. Where am I bet it hit the floor and bounced away. Because I don't see it, and it should be right there. I'm going to pause while I find the darn sponge. Hold on. All right, I've looked everywhere, and I cannot find my gathered twigs sponge. I mentioned I needed a new one anyways, so I guess it decided it was retiring and forgot to announce itself to me, so I will find another way. I'm going to use a trusty old Q-tip. These are terrific for getting into little areas anyways. I have to go to my Dollar Tree this morning. That's where I get, you can get these at Dollar Tree. There's, I think, 2 in a package. They're terrific. And they last forever. These ones I've had over a year. So that's a good deal. Just, again, doing that little edge. You can see it there, or I can. My poor fingernails, they're never long. I was not blessed with thick fingernails, and then my fingernails are we're constantly in water shampooing ladies' hair and men. But so they stay short all the time anyways, but they still like to break even then. And this time of year, plus I'm doing extra hand washing. I'm really trying to be vigilant with my hand washing. I can't get sick because I'm really it for my mom. And although I know it's most likely inevitable that she will eventually forget everyone, she still remembers me, and I'd like to keep it that way for a little bit longer. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. And I guess that will determine how quickly we finish up this part of the project so I can get over to Dollar Tree and get some new makeup sponges. I better write a list. I also need baking soda. All right. So now, no, that has to go on top because that's the way scrolls would scroll, or scrolls would roll. So that is there. That is there. Come on down. And then that comes down to there. And that's the way it's going to look. Now what I will do, I'm going to do the next part off camera, simply because it's quite nerve-wracking, and my hands, just from trying to be precise, will do this anyways, and having the camera going will just make it even harder. So I apologize if that's what you were waiting for, but I'm going to turn the camera off to glue these down. But just so you know ahead of time, what I will do ahead of time is I'm going to use where this, let me pick it up and I'll carry it to the camera so you can see. Where I have glued, there's a sheet of paper here glued on top. There was writing from the publisher there, and I wanted it to be journaling space. So I added a sheet of the actual paper from the book. There was lots of spare paper like this. So I am going to use that little edge there of the paper that I glued down as my guide for when I put these down. So I am, that way, that bottom will be covered up. See what I'm going to do? And then I don't like to take these right out to the edge. I'm going to leave a tiny little bit of a border. So those will be like that. And that helps give my eye something to aim for when I'm coming at it with paper from 1938 and glue on it, and you've got like one chance to get this right. And then that will go down there like that. And then those will go up there. All right, I'm going to turn off the camera now and finish this up. And the next time we get together, this hopefully, fingers crossed, will be really a lovely first page for this journal. All right, take care. Thanks for visiting, everyone, and we'll talk soon. Bye.